Hello, I'm Jeff Rainier, and welcome to Inside Utah Mammoth. When the calendar flipped to 2026, the Mammoth caught fire, putting together one of their best runs of the season, including a 9-game point streak. I sat down with General Manager Bill Armstrong to talk about what this means and what's next as the NHL stretch run really kicks in.
Bunker holds to Keller, shoots, he scores! Clayton Keller! A Wasatch walk-off! Oh, wow!
Last year in December, you said January was going to be big for us. It didn't turn out to be that way. What's been the difference this year?
Well, we're a year older. I think there's more maturity. I think we're a better team. Still some room for growth, but I do think that some more things have been established. You know, Vejmelka's really taken that #1 spot and run with it. We've been able to add some depth into our team with the Tanevs and the Schmidts of the world. And
rebound! There it is. And they score! They get the one! It's Nate Schmidt!
Pull off a trade for J.J. Peterka to give us another guy for our top 6.
Peterka's in! Peterka, baby!
So I think we're a better team and we're more mature. I do think that our players generally enjoy playing together. They're an exciting bunch and they love to play hockey and love to be together. So I think just going back at it a second year here in Utah and attacking it has been a very positive experience.
First season in this facility, how has this helped?
It's unbelievable. I couldn't put it into words if I tried. It's the greatest place to come to work, from the views of the mountains behind us to the facility itself is just giving us, you know, and our players a reason to come to work and be excited about being a Mammoth.
You've been building this team for a long time. Now that you see your team, you're there in that playoff hunt. You're there at the top of the wild card standings and you're right there. I mean, how does that feel to be there right now at this point of the season?
Well, it gives you a little bit of momentum. You never know if you're going to be in and out by 1 point every night in the NHL. So I think it does, you know, help when you're in, and you know, it kind of shows the team that if you continue to play this way, you have a chance to become a playoff team. It's a long, hard road in the NHL. There's a lot of hockey to play, so you can't get too excited. But I said at the start of the year, if we'd be in here at this point after getting through that hard schedule and we'd be in a playoff spot, we'd be in a good spot, and I feel that today.
The buzz was just in the air.
Exciting for the club just to have a little bit of success, and you know, confidence comes from a source, and our source is, you know, every day coming to work and just not getting too high or too low and staying with the process. We do that, we're in good shape.
Oh, it's a backhand bonanza. And the short-handed bandit, Nick Schmaltz, is able to capitalize.
Nick Schmaltz, who's played great this season, that play he made to get that puck away against the Flyers. I think to myself, how do you not keep this guy?
Well, I think as you go through the process, you know, as a GM, there's different points of the season where you deal with your guys. You know, as I said at the start of the year before we got Gunther done, this year we got Cooley done early in the season, and now we're going through the process of evaluating some players that are free agents, and are we bringing them back, are we not? And that kind of works its way through the season, and you know, you have to make decisions, and you know, now we've got the trade deadline coming up March 6th, so now it's getting into that thought process of who we're signing to bring back next year. And he's definitely on our top of our priorities. He's a great player. He's a great kid. He's proven that he wants to be in Utah, and we'll let the talks continue.
You mentioned the trade deadline. You're a guy that usually makes moves in the summertime. The trade deadline's coming up, and people always can point out what pieces you might need to help this team. Are you more into like the instant success or the long-term gains?
We've always been focused on long-term games, you know, and rentals are not really part of our team unless it's a need that might come up at the end. But for the most part, we really plan, you know, anywhere from 3 to 5 years out, where we think we're going to have these championship windows. Doesn't mean we can't be a great team now. It doesn't mean we can't make runs now. But we're always planning for the future, and we've always looked long-term and had that thought process. But like I said, our best team that we're going to have, it's in the future for us.
I don't think I've ever seen so much young talent assembled together.
How important is that to have players in the Olympics? How important is it to the organization and to those that are playing in it?
Well, you hold your breath as a GM just for injury purposes with some of your top players going over there. But I also feel there's a goodness that comes from it, where they're going to be around some really great leaders, some really great players. They're going to learn a little bit of how to play with those great players under huge amounts of pressure in the Olympics, and they're going to grow, and they're going to come back better hockey players for our club. So it's a win-win on our side, and they're fighting for their country. The ultimate is to win a gold medal for your country and come back and and let that help our team win a championship at some point. They're gaining experience in high pressure situations. So I love that for our guys to go through that, and I do believe in the end it makes us a better team here.
What's the break like for a general manager?
It's not as enjoyable as it is as being a player, I could tell you that. You know, at the end of the break, we have the trade deadline. So there'll be a lot of preparation, there'll be a lot of jockeying, there'll be a lot of absorbing information and trying to make some moves behind the scenes. Even though it's a trade freeze going on, you're still working the whole time.
What are you wanting to see as we approach the second half of the season from this team and this group?
Well, we need to play big in the big moments.
Dylan Guenther, he's been the hero in these spots so many times. He shoots, he scores, and he's done it again! Dylan Guenther, OT winner in the Bird, baby!
That's the biggest thing is we're going to come down the stretch here and play to get in. And, you know, right now it's set up that every game has been like Game 7 since we started. So I want to see our team be at its best. I want to see our team every day come in and get better and just get better and better and be playing our best hockey when we start the playoffs.
This was the toughest test the Utah Mammoth have faced all season, and all they did was rise to the occasion.
The atmosphere at Delta Center is always great, but that Flyers game was insane. Could you imagine a playoff game in Salt Lake City? What would that mean and what would that be like?
I say it every night after I drive home from a win and I'm on my way home. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be incredible when we get into the playoffs. It is going to be at a new level. Right now, we are a spoiled bunch and we're very grateful for our fans. Every night we go to Delta Center, it's incredible. The energy that they bring, how loud it is, and you can see it inspires our players. Just remember this, our players went from playing in front of 4,500 people of the other teams, and now we're in front of our fans, 16 plus a night, and it's incredible. And we never take that for granted.
Thanks to Bill Armstrong for his time. It's always great catching up with the GM, and we can't wait for the rest of the season.